How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well when you are watching this video. I, whilst filming, am sitting right outside my chiropractor's office, and I've got an appointment in about 45 minutes, and I'm out in the good ship Lucky with Pirate, a little one-eyed runt. He's sitting up on the dash looking around, taking in the world as he does. And we're going to spend the day in the van today just doing a couple little things. I've been talking about in the last handful of videos that there's these little tiny projects, and when I say little tiny, I do mean little tiny projects around the van that I've been wanting to get to, and hopefully today is the day that I get to those. And then maybe we will whip us up a nice meal later. I've had my eye on a little one-pot meal that is oh so simple. I am astounded that I never tried it back when I was living full-time in the good ship Lucky. It's gonna be a chillier day today, a little on the cooler side. We are overcast in the city of Calgary, and that is a-okay. We've got the diesel heater ticking away. We got the ship out of the port, been there for a while, and it'll be a nice time to test out that self-heating battery that we installed. That being said, I should actually shut Lucky down because she's been charging ever since we left port this morning. Hello, sir. Come say hi. Yes, yes, yes. Getting you back. He's a little squirrely. It's been a hot minute since he's been in the van, I noticed, and then I immediately I was like, well, we're gonna have to start doing this a little bit more frequently. We don't want the winter months to roll in and not have him in the van, and then come, well, I was gonna say come springtime, like we don't go camping in the winter around here. Yeah, right. I just don't want him to be super on edge every time we go out on one of our camping trips, which will absolutely be during the winter. So we got some projects coming up, and hopefully he will be along for the ride for most of those. Unless, of course, you put in a request for a day off, then you can stay back at port with your sister. Yes, hello, sir. And anyway, before, you okay, bro? Down to 8. Before I go into the chiro, I did want to give a shout out here. This past weekend, I was out with Amber and Brooklyn, and we were at an indoor playground. And when we pulled into the parking lot, Amber and I immediately clocked this camper van that was parked in the same lot. It was an older model. I think it was a Volkswagen. I could be wrong. But anyways, it just caught our eye. And stuff like that always catches our eye. Two people that have been in van life. We love that sort of stuff, right? And especially when they got those like little older vintage looks, they look like a very comfy, cozy build. Anyways, didn't think anything else of it. When we came back out, the van was gone and we went about our day. No muss, no fuss. Oddly enough, later that day, as time rolled on, Brooklyn's mom came to pick her up, and she actually came to the door with this piece of paper, and she said, how long have you been driving around with this in your windshield of the Jeep? And I said, I have no idea. I opened it up, and it is as follows. It says, hi Matthew, I hope you are having a great day. My name is Muriel, and I recently moved to Calgary. I live in my VW Rialta motorhome. Excuse me, I called it a van. I saw Grace parked near me and just wanted to tell you I appreciate your content. Pirate is adorable. Blessings on your day, from Muriel. So I got your note, my dear. I hope you're watching this video. That was a very sweet note to read. I'm sorry I didn't see it. We're also very lucky that it stayed on Grace's windscreen. What am I, British? Windshield. And I just thought it was cool because as soon as I read that, I said to Amber, I'm like, it's the one we saw. So thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoy the content, and you are absolutely right. He is extremely adorable. Were you eating again? He ate all of Penny's cookies overnight. Okay, I'm gonna go get some stuff adjusted, and then we will get on with it. Yeah, hi. You're all over the place right now, eh? Hey, bud? Yeah, a whole big world out there. Look at the twitchy tail. Still waiting to go to the chiro. We definitely left way too early. Should I go open up some windows for you at the back so you can read out the back windows? Yeah, probably. You're very cute. What was that? Oh. You seeing birds out there, bro? Here, roll down this window. I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at. So let's come back here, and we're gonna turn this down. I've had the heater running on full blast since we pulled out of port this morning. It is nice and warm in here, but it's not gonna be below freezing outside, so just a nice low continuous stream of some 10-degree heat ought to do ought to do us. Yes, can I help you? I'm gonna open up those back windows, okay? And maybe make the bed. My God. Clearly the maid had the day off, eh? Yo, let's go this way. See what we can see. There you go, bud. There's 1 and 2. Enjoy. Don't say I never take you anywhere. That is Leopold's Tavern. And boing, he's got his springy step shoes installed, as always. Oh, okay. Look at me with my big clodhoppers almost on the bed. Yikes, yikes. Okay, all done with the Chiro. Has anybody ever had shockwave therapy before? That's what I'm doing with him right now, on top of getting lidocaine injections, which I am happy to report so far, cautiously optimistic, seems to be really helping. Although I just had a conversation with my Chiro because he said, "Do you want to do shockwave again today?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. The lidocaine seems to be working pretty well." And then we both were kind of like, but maybe it's the shockwave, because I've kind of been doing it the same. This is my 3rd round of shockwave. It's really weird. It's just this little tiny gun, and he puts some gel on the spot that he's doing it. It's like I don't even know. I've never taken a really good gander at it, but he holds it up and goes snap, 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 and it's just really loud. And I'm assuming sending shockwaves into my body. If you don't know, if you're that new around here, I probably have, and they're like, this is just what he's guessing. A bulged disc in my neck. Awesome, and it's been causing me a lot of discomfort. But the shockwave and the lidocaine injection, I'm a big believer that I think it's the lidocaine injections. Let's get serious, because I just had my first one of those last week, and while I was a little bit of a wuss when it came to it, because I didn't eat at all beforehand and thought I was going to pass the F out, aside from that, that wasn't from the lidocaine injections, that's from getting a needle, I think. The lidocaine seemed to really do the trick. I've been, I wouldn't say pain-free ever since that first round, but definitely on a completely different level of pain. So, like I said, cautiously optimistic. I have a sneaking suspicion stuff like this could potentially have diminishing returns. I used to get cortisone shots in my back years and years ago, and man, was it very quick to realize the diminishing returns on those. So I don't know if lidocaine injections are the same. I know that it's freezing and it doesn't last as long, but anyways, that's what's going on at the Chiro. So now the good ship Lucky is very thirsty, so step 1, fill her up. Alright, we are all filled up, and now a quick stop at the registration office. I can never remember if you can transfer plates and stuff around. I don't believe you can, but I do have the plate left over from Big Fella, which at this point it's just a if you know, you know. Other than that, if you don't know, it's okay, you won't lose any sleep over it. But yeah, I'm gonna rip over there and see what they can do for me. We might have to get a new plate. It's okay, Pirate. Sit in the bed, dude. The truck in front of us just had a loud exhaust noise. Put the fear of God in the one-eyed cat. Oof. Still not a fan of bringing Lucky into these tight quarters parking lots, but at least this registration with this paid parking here, it actually is 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes are free. So, all right, let's go see what we can see about a license plate. No, cannot transfer, had to get a new plate. So we were good to go there, and they asked me if I was going to return the plate for big fella or keep it. I said, I'll keep it, whatever. They might even send me $9.50 back in the form of a check. So that's nice. I'm not gonna hold my breath for that. I'll have to display that plate maybe in the streaming room or something. What? You think it's for you? Yeah, get it. Get it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You hold on to that, okay? I highly doubt our 30 minutes is anywhere near being up, but we won't stay in this parking lot to do our little chores that we have. Oh my goodness, you little runt. Hi, how are you? How are you? You probably need some treats too. Let's get settled and take care of some business. So Mike just texted me. Hey man, how you doing? All right, I'm gonna touch base with him and then we will move right along. I'm gonna let this gentleman leave first. He pulled in after me, and it was a little bit of a squishy situation to get into the good ship Lucky, so I'll let him back her up before we depart and hit the open seas. Some people's kits. Yes? Yes? What the? What, did you hear me say treats? And now you're like, yeah, where are they? Make good with the treats. I don't think you know the word yet. No, I don't think you do. Hi. Hello. You have to let me drive. I can't drive when you're doing this. Being so stinking cute. Go. Good boy. Oh, well. Yeah. There. Now you're in your spot. And that is actually one thing I want to take a look at today. Hopefully to make it a little bit more comfortable for you and a little bit more sense for the van in general. Okay, good. You're gonna stay up there? I can depart now? With him in here, everything takes a little bit longer. Understandably. You know what? Since we're in the neighborhood right now, this little guy needs some cookies. He is fresh out. And Nancy, the reason attention of you was brought to me, that doesn't make any sense. She sent me a very lovely welcome to the party pal sort of greeting card for Pirate, and it included a gift card to Pet Value. So I've been holding on to it for a while. I say we rip up to Pet Value and get you some cookies. I think I can't remember now in terms of my filming. It's been a while since I have been filming, and I know I was talking about his breath and whatnot. I've switched him to some food. He's on Purina Pro Plan right now, and so far, unless I'm just extremely congested and can't smell anything, I feel like it's helped his breath situation. So might be onto something. Now when it comes to the cookies, that's a whole other ball game. Pull over here. Pull in here. Oh, we're not gonna make it. Go in reverse. Don't run into the Honda behind you. Oh boy. And then straighten her out. So much of this when you're in an extended cargo van such as Lucky. There we go. Okay. Not too shabby. Lots of room for activities, sir. I will be right back. I'm gonna go get you some cookies for the Porta Tortuga. All right, we're gonna try a new brand. There you go, sir. Get that in ya. Okay, good. He seems to be okay with that kibble, so that's good. And the little Tucker, the little Tucker? I don't know what I was saying. The little guy was thirsty AF. He was knocking that bowl around. I forgot that the last time I was in here, it was frozen and I ejected the ice out of it. But either way, okay. Get this closed up. We got your food done. And now the first thing I'm going to start with here to get it out of the way is it's a very simple thing. And it's just like a silly duh sort of moment. But it's also a, too close to the situation, forest for the trees sort of thing when it comes to building in a small space like this. And I did it ever since the first build, and I redid it on my second time over when I did Lucky 2.0 here. And it comes to these doors, the cabinet doors, right? So if we come down here and take a look. When I first built this door here, let's get a bunch of this stuff off of here. This might be part of the reason, part of the problem, right? Is I got all this stuff on this cargo net here and whatnot. When I first built this door, which to be fair, it is an oversized door. It is not a dimension that is a normal size. It is what we would call extra long, right? I've got these big old hinges back here that hold it up, and it's more of a rectangle than anything else, and it is really thick. I think this is, I want to say 1 inch plywood, which is insanely heavy and unnecessary. You could totally get away with 1/2 inch for sure on a door like this. But this is the hinge system that I originally wanted to use. Actually, I guess I can't say that. This is the original hinge system that I wanted to use. This was a magnet. So the magnet was right inside this little like U-shaped bracket here or whatever. And it would connect with this striker plate on the door when you closed it, right? This is just metal. It would magnetize to that. Bob's your uncle. Well, you can see there's no magnetic strips in there. So number one, this is still here. We can remove that because there is no reason to have it. And then my next solution down after this failed on me was to get this little roller system where it's, it's adjustable this way, or it moves, it articulates, I should say. And it's 2 rollers that separate like this and grab onto this little dumbass thing here, right? This little metal folded tit, which is totally, you can see I've bent it up because it's failed me over the years and whatnot. Well, I guess I can't say years, but it's failed me ever since the rebuild. And it's just nonsense. So my solution to all of this, you are now completely in the way, sir. I'm going to graze your back here as one does, is to use this sort of a latch on the side here. And that is the best way. And then unfortunately this isn't tight enough. When I drive, this will rattle loose and the door will open. So I just use this carabiner in there. Bob's your uncle, keeps the door closed. Well, for the longest time now, I've been struggling with this. I'll open it up, take the carabiner out, flip this latch, go in here, do what I need to. Then I go to close it, and it won't effing close properly because this thing is jank and this tit is stupid. So why, oh why, haven't I removed the useless tit? I don't know, but that's what we're doing today, just to make it all easier, because it doesn't serve any purpose. If this latch here is not thrown properly, you will, and if I do finally get this in here, I think I gotta like throw this up, and then I gotta grab this and then lift it up a little bit, and then it'll close. You'll see like, oh, it's closed, it's closed. No, you take 1 turn and this thing will fly right open and everything comes flying out. So I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to leave that in there, but that was a demented decision, and we're doing our best to not continue to make decisions like that. So let's get out the Leatherman, should be the right bit, and remove this ridiculous amount of unnecessary hardware. How you doing up there, sir? Let's get to it. Oh, great. So I don't even know if that's coming across on the camera or not, but the lights are flickering with every pulse of the fuel pump for the diesel heater. I remember that being an issue in the past. That's always a grounding issue. So now we got another thing to look at. But honestly, I think for now, I'm just going to turn the heater off. It is not that cold outside. It's very nice and warm in here. The alternative is to open up the ceiling fan and bring in some fresh air, but I think we'll just turn that off so that annoying pulsing isn't happening. I also now remember we said we'd give you a treat before anything else, so we better do that so we make good on our promise. Yeah, we don't want to keep you waiting, huh? You want to come over here under the bed? We've got some treats that were sent from Elsie and Tom for your sister. However, they sent an incredible abundance of these, and by that I mean 4 of these containers. Everybody just calm down. And there ain't no way your sister can plow through all 4 of these. She would not be in a good way. So, yeah, good boy. Over here on the bed. You stay there. No, stay up there. I will bring them to you. All right, come here. Come here. Oh, good boy. Yeah, there's one. Clean those teeth. Clean those teeth. Get those greenies in you. Huh? Whoa. See? You're right on the edge. Find a balance. Good man. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Now let's remove some useless hardware. All right. Reason 9,472 to have a Leatherman on your hip. Get in here. Start with this top one. This should come out no problem. We can look at it this way. We're reducing the weight of the good ship Lucky, and that is always a good thing. It's too bad, like these latches, they work. They just don't work for a long period of time, right? Like, it's like when you first install it, you feel great because, you know, you got that magnet one on there and it just, just latches and it stays shut and it's all good, but it doesn't take very long for them to rattle loose, right? Maybe like these ones specifically aren't designed for trailers or RVs and stuff. That could be the case for sure. And that might be why I end up with junk on my hands, but I, more importantly, don't know why it's taken me so long to effing remove them. I mean, even just like this would be fine, because now I can close this, no problem, right? Well, except that this stupid thing's still getting in the way. But there we go, right? So I'll remove this as well. No point in having this on here. Yeah, you playing with the garbage? Oh, you good cute boy playing with the garbage? Poor thing doesn't have any toys. Wow. I guess if that mouse is no longer interesting you, we should get rid of it. Because at this point we just have clutter. Whoops! Right into your food dish. Stop trying to eat the screws. What are you, nuts? Get rid of all this junk. There we go. And if you really don't want this mouse, go get it. Good boy. So there we go. Now the door. So what is it getting caught on still? Oh, it's the bottom, I think. Yeah. So again, the weight of the door is causing it to sag down below this lip a little bit. So I still got to kind of lift it up a bit, but that's okay. And there you go. Now we've removed the nonsense that was the useless hardware. Moving right along. But I need a thing to sit on. Being on my knees, this is not ideal. Gonna grab my collapsible stool here. Going to huzzah. There we go. That should be good. Now, the next thing that I want to do that I've been wanting to do for a while is take care of this area here, which are these 2 drawers that I installed a little late in the game after the build was completed. So yeah, these were just 2 drawers from a thrift shop that happened to fit in this area quite nicely. And oh, speaking of cat toys, there you go, sir. We got another one. Yeah, now you're all interested in it. Bunch of nonsense. What do we got up here? Ah, yes, my can openers. And they've been great, honestly. But I have removed. I cannot speak. I have removed my onboard water supply, this Dometic, right? Which that faucet used to run to a tank that sat down here, right? But in the interest of having more power on board, especially in these winter months, since I recently swapped out my 300 amp hours of battery for just a single 100 amp hour self-heating battery, I thought it would be nice to bring the little EcoFlow Delta 3 Plus guy, the small power station, back into the good ship Lucky. But what I hate is having these power stations in my build with no place for them to live. That's how I did my entire time in the van when I had these power stations, this one and bigger ones. I was constantly moving them around, tripping over them. They were, up here on the counter, not ideal, or they were here between the seats, again, not ideal, because then I'm having to hoof it over them when I'm going between the driver's seat and the living space of the van. So I thought up here might be a really good place for it, and then these can get relocated to underneath here. So all of my cupboards, because I've got another 3-drawer banger one in here, will be underneath, and that should work because I don't have that water tank in there. However, right now it is an absolute hot mess under there. So first things first, we got to tidy that up. How embarrassing. I actually mentioned in that video where I swapped the batteries that I was wanting to winterize Lucky, and in this case, it doesn't take a lot to winterize. It's just a matter of get a bunch of stuff that could freeze out, like my truffle oil here. Definitely wouldn't want that staying in here once the temperatures drop. That being said, I have to point out, all the time people ask me what's your favorite season, and I always say fall. Fall has always been my favorite season, with winter being a close second. And I just always wish that fall would last a little bit longer, especially in my area, right? Because it's beautiful. Now, we definitely got fall this year in terms of when the leaves change color and it's really pretty and all the leaves are on the ground. Now we are in that sort of yuck time of fall where there's no longer any nice colors. Everything's gray and bleak and you can tell that winter's rolling in. But I will say this, we got fall this year in Calgary. It is the middle of November now, and we have still gotten barely any snowfall. As far as I'm concerned, we haven't gotten snowfall because there's no snow on the ground. It snowed the other day, but none of it stuck, right? So, I don't know. It's just something worth noting, because usually it's like a massive dump of snow before Halloween. But that did not happen this year, and that's quite nice. Okay, so we've shifted that over. Let's get all this stuff moved over here. I keep everything under here, more or less. All of my utensils, my toothbrush, toothpaste, all that stuff, oils for cooking, extra lights. Probably going to want to bring that in. I've got another thing of olive oil, and avocado oil. I got a metric F-ton of oil. For someone who barely did any cooking inside the van, I mean, compared to other people, that is a true statement. I got a lot of oil on board. Ridiculous. And we got, of course, right up my alley. Move that over there, and now we've got a bunch of space here. Hopefully that's a big enough Ooh, I don't know now. Now that I'm seeing it, this might end up not working or being a really tight fit. These drawers up here are not secured. They're just sitting up there. So let's see if we can, it might work. Okay, it's very tight, but that's a good thing. Then they won't be sliding around when we are in motion. Oh, this bottom one's a little tighter up there. Holy Dinah. All right, put that in there. Oh, that slides in a lot easier. Actually, these things nestle into each other, which is really nice. So obviously that's too far back. There we go. Just sort of sunk in there, and now it's semi-locked. What are you eating? You're just everywhere. What is that? Excuse me. What is that? Ew, old something. You nasty. Here. Go eat your food. You've got fresh food. I just moved it over here at the foot of the bed. Eat your food if you're hungry, you crazy cat. All right, now that this is all squished in here, my first question is, do these drawers still open okay? Yep, it clears the side here, which is good, so I have access to all of that. We can organize all of that later today as well. And these open up no problem, full of cat treats and every other damn thing. Cool, so that definitely fills up this space, which isn't, the best, but we will work around it. I almost need another something up here. I don't know how much more, well, obviously the important stuff can stay on board. You don't have to worry about that freezing and we're ready to go in a pinch. But everything else, yeah, it's kind of going to be a crapshoot here. So one mug there, We got a thing of sugar here. The first thing that I'm noticing that this has changed is I used to have some storage beside this bin, obviously, and now it's very little, very, very, very little storage. But I suppose if I wanted to, I could stick the camping logbook back there. Put it down the side. Excellent. And what else do we got up here? Or even the cutting board, if I wanted to, could fit back there, I'm assuming. Oh, but I got to be careful. How hard is it going to be to get things out? You know, we just start throwing things in spaces, and it's like, yeah, but is it going to be a pain in the arse every time you want to retrieve something? I kind of like having the cutting board on the outside on that net. But again, how much cooking do I really do in the van? All right, cool. Now we got to clean up the mess that is this. Yuck. Look at that jank-ass metal thing sticking up here. Boo! That's not going to help me clean under there. And I know, this is actually perfect. He's like, where did my seat go, man? And that was one thing I was concerned about. But if we can get the power station in here, he should still be able to go on top of it. And we actually have a little addition that we could add to it to hopefully make it a little bit more comfortable for the little one-eyed runt. But first things first, so this is how I have this in here right now, right? It is definitely chock full of stuff. The last thing that needs to go back in here, that used to be in here, is my little utensil case. Maybe we can, actually, hang on, this speaker out of there. The bowl, maybe we could go over to the side, put the utensil thing up here, there we go, and the speaker could go on top of it. I mean, that's frustrating when you want to quickly get to the utensil thing, but it's tiny home living, so it is what it is. Open this up, get some light in here. Actually, move it this way. Work smarter, not harder. Tuck that over there. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this Delta 3 Plus from EcoFlow is a great little power station. I was using it in the Jeep, and I won't want to be leaving it in here when things get cold for sure, because again, this thing's powered by lithium batteries, and the cold is their arch nemesis for sure. But before I clean in there, will this fit? Oh my gosh, like a glove? Like an effing glove? Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. Now, I am concerned that, I mean, it's not like I drive lucky, like I'm Ricky effing Racer, but I've had enough things fall on me in the past that, I mean, this could be easily solved by installing back here like a little latch that just is mounted on the wall and just falls down into this handle, and that would probably give me enough stability. I could see, yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. Actually, I don't know now. It'd have to be quite high, and these wires are in the way, but, well, we can move everything around. That might be the best course of action. You want to come up here and see it? Come on. Let's go. There it is. There, your little perch is back. How do you like that? Pretty good? Pretty good? The one thing that's bad about it being here is that all of the charge ports, like all of the output, are on the front here, which is great. Well, I'll save the 12-volt one, but I so very rarely use that. But to charge this sucker itself, all of that is at the back. So, a little bit inconvenient. But again, we don't have to worry about it too much because we don't often charge this when we are in Lucky. And this bad boy, going back to the whole not wanting to leave it in here when it's cold, is way lighter than the big Delta 2 Pro Max power station that I have. So this one can easily come in and out of Tortuga, bounce between Lucky and Grace, and wherever else I may need it. So, very cool. How do we make it more comfortable for you, sir? Well, I'm glad you asked. Down here, underneath my gloves, my chainmail scrubby, my tent pegs and hammer, and my Garmin, why, where do you keep all of yours? Is a handy little carpet. Amber actually gave me this. I don't remember where she found it, but it's got a sticky back on it, right? That has a plastic peel away thing on it. So we could mount that up to the top of this, so he's got a little bit more of a grippy area, so he's not sliding around. See, he likes grippy areas. Right on top of my bloody camera bag right now. We could probably get this right up on the top. It's not going to be a huge surface area, but he's not that big right now. But I wouldn't want to cover the handles, of course, but we could just cover this top portion, right? Cut out with some, do I have some scissors on hand? That's a good reason, that's a good excuse, I should say, to get that utensil thing out. Get that speaker out of the way. That came full circle real quick. Oh, I'm also realizing the power station might not be going back as far as it can because I've got the Starlink Ethernet cable all wound up back there. I wonder if that'll tuck, will that tuck behind the microwave? It will. Excellent. Look at us making strides towards a better future. Easily distracted. I was looking for scissors. My God. I know this thing had scissors in it originally. Whether or not I kept them in here, I did not. Of course. Why would I? I may have a pair of scissors over here. Ah! stuff everywhere. I'm not seeing any scissors, unfortunately, but I do have an X-Acto knife, and that should work just fine. This little carpet thing doesn't seem to be very tough. Might mean it doesn't hold up to pirate. We shall see. One last check over there. Hello? No, I must have taken all of my skizors into the port of Tortuga. That's fine. Okay. X-Acto knife might actually end up working a little bit better, right? Because if we just put this on here like this, actually if we do it smarter, we might be able to have multiple uses for this stuff, because this is a big piece of carpet. We could just cut around the edge of that. Is that the best way to do this? Effing probably. Let's see here. How easy does this come off? Hello? Hello? Ooh, how sticky are you? You're not sticky at all. It's like barely tacky. I'm pretty sure we have something that could probably help with that. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good enough. Okay. Let's just apply this first. There. Okay. Put that on there. Now, let's see how easy it is to cut. Maybe I just need to use some muscles. Careful, pirate. Don't get your face in the way, sir. All right, there we go. It's not going to be pretty, but it will be a bed for you. I'll actually be shocked if I get this little mini project done without cutting my fingers. That'll be some sort of record. I definitely got to make sure that I have these inner flaps here off, because there looks like there's vents here on the power station. So, yeah, this knife, I don't know if it's the knife or the material, a combination of both, but okay, if I'm going to slice myself, this is where it's going to happen. Everybody hold on to your butts. Just going to pierce this through. Oh, we're good. So far. We got cocky. Okay, there we go. Nice. There we go. Beautiful. All right, we got it on there. Let's get this back up here. Oh yeah, I wanted to check. Oh, that's the wrong way. And this thing's got its own little like rubberized feet on it too, so that should help. I could put something here. Maybe another piece of the carpet, actually, because this surface is quite slippery. But if I put another piece of the carpet there, then this thing would have more grip. There we go. Hey, right? I think I will do that, actually. You want to come test it out? Come here. Come on. Come check out your new bed slash perch. Do I have to coax you? Do I have to coax you? What's this? Come here. Up here. Come on, sir. Up here. There you go. How do you like that? Now you got a little, well, softer area up there. You like that? What do you think? Guess we won't truly know till we start driving again, eh? Yeah. But you know what? I think I will. I think just to avoid potential catastrophe, and since we have it, we'll just cut a strip off of that and we'll get the rest of that carpet underneath here. All right, I just hacked this apart, and yeah, scissors would have been way better with this material. It is absolutely jank AF. That's okay, you're never gonna see it, so who gives a tiny rat's ass? We all know Penny wouldn't. Hello. God. Release the Kraken. Down as flat as we can. It even protects my digits from that little jank piece of metal strapping that's holding the microwave on. All right, nice and flat there. Then bring this bad boy up. It's very hard to do with one hand. My goodness. Oh yeah, that's way better. Excellent. Oh, yeah, 98%. Perfect. There we go. The good ship Lucky finally, for the very first time in its entire life, has a proper spot for one of its multitude of power stations. What do you think about that, pirate? Dirty shoulder. All right, so that is done. We can get rid of all of this excess nonsense here. It is almost lunchtime, so I think it's time to whip us up a meal. I do not have everything I need. The only thing I currently have on hand, I don't even know where it ended up. Where the heck? Uh-oh. Maybe I have nothing on hand. No, it's definitely in here. It's just a matter of, oh, it fell down behind the fridge. We have us some elbow macaroni sourdough pasta from the Caslow Sourdough Pasta Company. I think that's probably the official name. I want to whip this up. But like I said, I'm missing a few key ingredients. Okay. Boots on. Put this here. Phone. Cat treats down here. Lights off. Ooh, can't leave this stuff up here. Should have brought a bag with me to take some of this stuff back into the Porta Tortuga, but we'll have to make do. Okay. This place is getting a little busy, so we are gonna go grab what we need for this meal, and then we're gonna take off for a more comfortable location. Oh. I never shop at Save-On or Sobeys. Which one am I in? I don't even know. Either way, I very rarely shop at either one of these locations. It's always fun to try to figure out where everything is here. Ooh, I was gonna do that. Yes, sir. This will be my own addition to this. Oh, I'm going too far. Oh no, frozen and dairy. It says it on the wall. And now for something I have never purchased in my entire life. Where is it? Where are you going to be? Oh, did I walk past you? I may have walked right past it. Definitely gone too far. What the heck? I mean, like I said, I've never purchased it, so it doesn't immediately jump out. There we go. Okay. Oh, don't get distracted by all the candy.
Welcome. Please scan your first item.
Okay. Get all that in there. Got the receipt. And our can of condensed milk. Enjoy to bed. Pasta, stool, pee bottle, as you do. Hi, pirate. You acting all cute? Yes, you are. Okay. Revita number 2. Hold on to your furry little butt, sir. Off to some place that's just a little nicer than the Save-On parking lot. Whoa! Just as I was, perfect timing, just as I was about to pass by the UPS store, I got a notification that a package got delivered, and it's one that's been expected for a little while from our favorite leopard girl over in the UK. So, figured we would nab that now, save us the hassle later. Yeah, not too busy in this lot right now, I don't think. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, the UPS guy's still here. That's how quick the alert was. Wow. That's impressive. Ooh, looking a little busy in the UPS store today. You never know. How you doing? Yes, I got the little one with me today. Oh yeah, he settled right in. Get him! Yeah, it's completely different having a kitten versus the old girl, right? Like the energy is just off the charts difference, but
She's happy. He is happy.
oh yeah, he's a very happy little guy.
Hey, you have a great day.
Yeah, you too, man. Good, how you doing, guys? There should be.
A big box?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is it.
Okay. No idea. No, I don't know why it says access denied.
You don't have permission to access this
Yeah,
resource.
I don't
I
know
do.
why.
No worries.
I have the photos.
If you need anything, just shoot me a text. I'll come back. Thanks, man.
See you, man.
Have a good one, guys.
I'm back to bug you one more time.
All right. One box and another mystery package that I wasn't expecting. Oh my goodness. It feels like a very large flag. What? Hang on. I don't even know if I'm gonna fire it. What? Okay, hang on. We gotta take a closer look at this. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I don't know who sent this. I don't think I can get it all in the frame, but it's a giant pirate flag that has the new channel name on it as well. I don't know who sent this, but that's very cool. I think the streaming room might be the best place for this. Maybe. Lots of things going to the streaming room today. License plates, flags. That's super cool. We'll take a closer look at it once we get out of here. Let's go down to Fish Creek Park. That's always a nice place to hunker down and have a meal when you're bumming around in a van in the city of Calgary. But now the question is, can I get out of here now that this guy's next to me? Lucky is huge. The universe is challenging me today with all these parking lot shenanigans. I can't get out. I don't think I can get out. Not confidently. I'm gonna wait for this F-150 next to me to F off. Or she can go. Perfect. The Honda next door. All right. Cool. Now we can do it. Hold on to your butt, buddy. Here we go. Oh, there's the F-150 guy anyway. That's okay. We can do it. Put your back into it. Huzzah! Okay, this location at Fish Creek Park, or this entrance, is always a little questionable because the parking lot is not very level and I do want to do some cooking, but that's okay. What's it like outside? It's very warm in general. I had to take my coat off, but yeah, no, it's a little chilly out there. I think we're going to cook inside just because we can. Yeah, this flag, holy Dinah, I don't even know. Let me see. For the purposes of this video, this is the best way to show it off on the side of Lucky. Grab a couple magnets, hold it up, because I don't even know if I would do it justice just by holding it with my arms wide open. There you go. You even see all that? Yup. MATV at Matthew Allen TV, YouTube.com at Matthew Allen TV. That's the link that I'm not 100% sure would work. But again, at Matthew Allen TV, 100% works. That is a very subtle flag. Again, I don't know who sent it, but thank you very much. I like flags. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll keep it in the streaming room and take it out with us when we go for meetups and stuff, if those ever happen. All right, I'm hungry. Let's eat. And step one for that will be to come back here and retrieve something to cook with. I've got my pan inside already, but I don't feel like using propane today. We are going to bust out a good old... This is a mess. I'm going to use the induction cooktop. But that there, air fryer, really wanted to be a part of this episode. Not today, sir. Not today. My goodness. So much stuff. Keep neat and tidy. There we go. Okay. Got what we need. Hi, pirate. How are you? Look. It's Fish Creek Park. You could find some fish? Or a creek? It's probably very dried up this time of year. All right, back in there with you. Watch your head. Oh, oh, hello again. Okay. We're not going outside. No, not today. Not today, sir. Not today. Got to give somebody in the comments a reason to lose their tiny little mind, thinking that they know how to live my life better than I do. All right, where's the remote for our lights? God forbid we put it back where it's supposed to go. A little bit more light in here. Remove our so cozy window cover. And lights on. Very nice. And don't think I'm going to need anything underneath here. Let's double check real quick. I don't think so. I think all of the cooking stuff. Well, I might need this. I didn't even check that can of evaporated milk. But I don't think it has an easy open tab. Why would it? Our induction cooktop up here. And we're going to come over here. Oh yes, the TV is back in the good ship Lucky. That you can check out on a timed exclusive episode over on Patreon. As for now, I'm going to plug into there. I'm going to turn on our inverter. Boom. That'll give us some power. We're going to put... This is why we can't have nice things. I'm going to put our new self-heating battery to the test. So one thing I've never really been a fan of, and I know it's probably going to shock so many people, is homemade mac and cheese. You know, like, I guess I just fell in love with Kraft Dinner at an early age, and that was it. And I've had my fair share of it in the past, and it's just kind of been like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. It's not that I don't like it. I'm just like, give me some good old KD. But I thought it would be cool to whip up a one-pot meal, and I was able to find one. And one of the reasons I never did a lot of pasta in the van when I was living in it full time is because pasta, by and large, requires a great amount of water that then is disposed of right after. So it's not the most efficient for van life. But I found this one that uses just enough water to cook the pasta, and you don't have to drain the pasta at all. So I thought that'd be pretty cool to try out. And I've never tried my hand at homemade mac and cheese. And so I'm sure there's a million ways you can adjust these recipes to your liking. I'm just going with a very basic one. It's literally called a 3-ingredient recipe, even though it has 5 ingredients in it. We won't nitpick. I'm also adding a 6th ingredient with bacon, because speaking of Kraft Dinner, when I finally discovered how much better Kraft Dinner was with crumbled bacon in it, my God. So I can only imagine it's going to enhance our little homemade mac and cheese dish here as well. So I'm going to get this bacon cooked up first and foremost, and then we will get to the rest of the meal. Huzzah. Okay. Ooh. Covered in bacon grease. On. It's been a hot minute since I've used this bad boy. Menu. There we go. Power 5. I was going to say power 50. No, power 5 should be good. Maybe we'll knock it down a bit. What kind of power are we using? Oh, almost 1,000 watts on 3.5. It's another reason I didn't do pasta a lot when I was in the van. I mean, you could use your propane, obviously, but boiling water, getting it up there, like, can it take a lot of water and a lot of power, potentially? And I'm only saying that because I know not a lot of people are fans of using open flame inside of a tiny home. I need to adjust this stool. My head is grazing the ceiling, and I'm not a fan. There we go. I mean, all right, now I'm a short king. Let's go. This will be the first time I've cooked in here since I remounted this TV, so we'll see, like, yeah, I'm gonna have to tighten up that that joint there, but it's okay. We'll make do. Pull this out, and we got our utensil bag here. We will grab out the tongs to flip the bacon with once it gets all spitty. It's another thing why I don't normally cook in the van. Like this bacon, it's gonna make a mess, but we'll try to keep it as under control as we can. I do not have a splash lid or a lid of any kind for this. That does not mean I need any. Thank you very much. Well, let's turn on the fan to exhaust. So once it starts smoking, it exits the van immediately. Well, that's great. We got a nice reflection happening on the TV. You, sir. Yeah. Oops, I told myself I would check to make sure I had my cheese grater that Nancy sent to me the same time that she sent me the gift card for Pirate before I left the Save On parking lot, because my intention was to do this on a vlog a few days ago. Okay, good. And I didn't know if I had left it in here or not. But I did. We are good. So that's what I can do while I'm waiting for the bacon to cook, is we could get the cheese all shredded up. This recipe calls for 3 cups of cheddar cheese. And I mean, it says sharp cheddar. I went with old, which is, according to a quick Google search, basically the same thing. Oh, why did I close that? Should get that bowl out. Where does it go? Where did I put everything? It's all new. There we go. All right. Got a bowl. The bowl that came from Tacey. I believe this is the last remaining one from the set of 4. Apparently I'm really rough on my dinnerware. My goodness. How the hell does this shredder work? Oi. Let's get some of this stuff sort of put away so we're not all over the place. It'll drive me nuts for sure. Oh, starting to sizzle over here a little bit. Warming up in the pan. Excellent. I like it when my bacon folds on itself, my God. So over here in the fridge, I got 2 blocks of cheese, because again, I didn't know if this was going to equal 3 cups. I should also now double check this recipe, because this might be making multiple servings, and I am only one man. You know what? We're just going to work smarter, not harder. I'm going to do the whole recipe regardless. I think it is multiple servings. I'm not going to worry about reducing it. I don't know where my measuring cups are. I bet you any money, dollars to bloody donuts, they are currently in this one. We're not going to worry about that. The little jet boil here, this thing is 1 cup when it's filled. So 3 capfuls from the jet boil will be our cheese amount. And then any I have left over, guess what the Pirate Princess is getting for dinner. All right. Once again, Leatherman out. So handy. Slice open our cheese. And let's start grating. I have never seen a cheese grater like this before. I imagine you got to do it on this side. And huzzah. Let's go. Oh my God, this is going to take forever. This thing's not very solid. Move it to the fridge. Ooh. Uh-oh, we're getting a phone call. This is not good. Oh, but it's not that bad either. You need nothing from me. Stop trying to sell me shit I don't need. All right, back at it. Maybe give the bacon a flip. I suppose alternatively, I could have plugged this into the EcoFlow. Kept it all relevant. But I didn't. Oh well. Whoa, my knee. Everybody's going to have a seizure. My knee just smacked against the remote. Uh-oh. There we go. Back to normal. You keep your little pink schnoz off the bacon tongs. I see you. I found holding the bowl betwixt my knees is the best height for this. This is, I don't know if Nancy's just trying to play a cruel joke on me or what. I mean, it's getting the job done. It's not exactly shredded cheese that I would like put on a salad or anything. I also don't normally shred cheese. This is a great example of, especially if you're, living in a vehicle, where a bag of already shredded cheese would come in clutch. Not only will you not have to go through the rigmarole of shredding said cheese, but it also cuts down on the inevitable additional dishes. However, me personally, I'm trying to get away from that sort of stuff as much as I can right now. Those bags of shredded cheese have a lot of crap on them and whatnot, and this wasn't the worst. I'm almost through this first block of cheese. I actually haven't been measuring it at all. I don't know if it is over or under 3 cups. Also turns out old cheddar doesn't shred the best. Just starts to crumble, so you kind of have to give it a... Whew. Pirate is very curious as to just what the heck is going on in here. He cannot settle down. Maybe it's because he smells the bacon. I wouldn't blame him. Meow. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you and I don't blame you. Hi. Oh. Hey, don't give me away. Are you smelling the chunks of cheese I may or may not have eaten already? There we go. Last little chunk here. It's getting the job done, but it's just, you know, not something I normally do. Thanks, Nancy. Also, that's another bonus point for pre-shredded cheese. There's nothing to grate your knuckles on. Or the tips of your digits. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure some dumbass out there will find a way to do it. Okay, whatever. Good enough. A little bit of crumbles there. We're not going to fuss with that anymore. Let's just see, shall we? Do we even want to be making a mess of another dish? Like, honestly, we do this. This is going to be this is how MATV measures stuff. Right? Oh. Well, there's one cup. That looks like two more. Perfect. Done and done. Now, because of the way I do dishes when I'm in Lucky, when I'm camping and whatnot, or even just right now how I will do the majority of my dishes once I'm done here, I cannot in good conscience recommend any sort of cheese grater, this one or anything else, because that's just going to be obnoxious to clean. Right? You're going to be spraying, 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 and rubbing, rubbing, rubbing. It's a lot of spraying and a lot of rubbing for very little return. So, nice thing for me is I can put that off to the side and take it into the port. Hey, you down here eating cheese? You're going to get fat with power, you dairy fiend. Mwah. Get back there. All right, bacon is almost there. Let's stay on top of this a bit, shall we? Put some vinegar here. Just do about, yeah, see, cheese is just the worst to clean up. Yikes. Okay. That's not for you. Oh, that was a big inhale, buddy. More vinegar. There we go. It really is the best clean all in a van. I'm keeping this very simple. Obviously, I'm going to be using the exact same pan for the macaroni. So unfortunately, the bacon is definitely going to cool down in the meantime, but that's okay. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make in order to have bacon in a tiny home on wheels. Let's get the rest of our ingredients here. We got pasta, the evaporated milk. Yeah, I have never used this, never cooked a recipe that required this. It also asks for a 12-ounce can. I don't know if that is, in fact, 12 ounces. Hey Siri, how many ounces are in 354 milliliters? Hey, that's good enough. The 0.03. That's okay. We'll survive without it, eh? You know, the little boy. Let's see how well this all works. Okay, I'm going to need the salt. That's the fourth ingredient of the 3-ingredient macaroni and cheese. Yeah, that's definitely... No, we're not keeping the cutting board back there. We will return it to right out here. We will keep the logbook back there. I feel like we will be using the cutting board far more often. All right, bring that bad boy out. Bacon is looking pretty good. I'll give it a few more minutes till it's really nice and crispy. And then move on to the pasta. I'm very excited. All right, I'm gonna take that out. That bacon should cook a little bit longer even once I get it out of there. So, whoop! Let's not make a mess. Carefully. Carefully. One strip. 2 strips. Oh, bacon. It was nice cooking it on this nice low setting, prevented it from spitting too much, so that's good. Roll that up, keep as much heat in there as we can, and let it do its thing. Now, obviously, the recipe that I'm following didn't include bacon, so there's not supposed to be bacon grease in the pan right now, but I digress. All right, how do we start with this? We start with the pasta. Yes, sir. And it is 3 cups of pasta. 1, 2... Oh God, 3. All right, boy. I hope we have enough water, Pirate. I don't know if we do. This might end up being, I gave you some this morning. It also said to put 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt in right now. I mean, like, whatever. Salt it up. We like our sodium. And then we gotta add some water. And it says just add enough water to just cover the pasta. So hopefully, oh boy, come on. Come on. I mean, yeah, it's just covering it. Oh boy. I should have filled a higher. What the hell kind of noise was that? Let's crank up the heat here. We're gonna bring it to a boil. And as soon as it's at a boil, we will then lower the temperature. I don't know what this is gonna do to my battery though. I've never used this induction cooktop on this high setting before. Let's see what Lucky's being put through right now. Oh, you're not going to refresh yourself. You have to do this and that. Oh, is my Bluetooth turned off? Why? Dun, 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 dun. Auxiliary battery under voltage warning. Yeah. We might have to switch over to the EcoFlow. Don't know if that little 100 amp hour battery can deal with this much power from the inverter. You're down to, I can't see from this bloody angle. This screen on this monitor is, okay, 82% is what we're at. It says we're using 1.4 kilowatts. I need something to stir with. I mean, I guess tongs work fine. The induction cooktop has a little symbol of a tea kettle. Probably because we're on 10. We can turn off the fan, I suppose. Reduce all power that we do not need. We could even... Oh, that. Ooh. Lucky's remote has definitely seen better days. My goodness. I have to get some tape for that. Yikes. That's a problem with the way I have the light set up in Lucky. This is the only way to turn them on and off. This controller goes the way of the dodo. I don't want to know what I have to do. We've got steam coming off, so we got to let this boil until the water's almost gone, and then without draining, we're going to add the can of evaporated milk. So hopefully that all happens sooner rather than later. Hey, maybe I'll drain the battery and I'll be able to set it down to 0. That'd be nice. Okay, well, there's not a lot of water in there, but I see some rocking and rolling here. I'd assume that would mean it's boiling. So now what this recipe wants me to do, and this will be very beneficial for the auxiliary battery here, or the house battery by any other name. So it wants me to turn it down to low and simmer until most of the water is gone. I mean, that looks like a simmer to me, not a boil, but... We'll bring it down and adjust as needed. So let's bring it down to low and simmer. I mean, we gotta let the pasta soften, right? So reducing it down to that should get rid of that warning in here. Yep, it is gone now. And we're still good. So the battery was just freaking out a little bit. We're okay. Means I can also do this. I don't have to sit here in the dark like a weirdo. Just sort of tidy up here as we go. Pasta there, salt. We might need more salt. It does say at the very end of this recipe, after they tell us their entire life story. Why is every recipe online like that? I don't understand it. It is what it is. At the end, they say to season with salt and pepper to taste. Of course. But while we wait for that to simmer, we can get... Uh-oh. Oh yeah, my knife is back there. Back on the magnet strip. We can get this bacon. Huh. Diced up. That's more bacon than I thought. That's definitely enough for one meal, so we're good there. This is still going fairly well. I feel like I can probably stir these noodles around a little bit. Oh. Noodle down. Sad day. Yeah, this is pretty good. I mean, if anything, that bacon grease that was already in there is just going to infuse it with the taste of bacon. And honestly, who doesn't want that? Shut up, Karen. Now that that's in there, it says to turn it up to medium-high, so we'll go up to like 6.5, 7. It says stirring continuously, bring it to a simmer, then immediately drop it back down to low, and then we're gonna throw in all of the cheese. On top of that, we can get the secret 5th ingredient, which is butter. I don't know who doesn't count butter as an ingredient, but I believe that is the one thing that I left in the good ship Lucky. Yep, little stick of butter. And it does say that the butter needs to be cold. Well, you get what you ask for. And the amount of butter is 2 tablespoons. This should have that on it. Excellent. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Close enough. Two tablespoons of butter, otherwise known as a nub. Okay, so now we gotta drop this back down. Let's bring it down to 3. 3 seems to be my low. Oh yeah, it's starting to sort of stick to the bottom. That's why you gotta be careful. Drive some people nuts with my metal tongs in my non-stick pan. Now we're gonna throw in our knobble butter and get all this cheese in here. My God. Oh boy. Now we're gonna have to be real gentle with this. It's getting thick. It says to do this for 1 to 2 more minutes on low and let the sauce thicken, obviously. Because also you can see I've got chunks of cheese, but here's what it is. It'll just add some texture, I'm sure. This would be one of those recipes I know for sure that you'd want to like get it down to a fine art, because you know obviously the longer the noodles are submerged in this and heat, it's going to make them more and more loosey-goosey or something, depending on how done you like your noodles. But it's looking pretty good. Smells really good. Good ship lucky right now. Beautiful when it comes to its aroma. Also, never a better time. Get the bacon in there. Oh, hi. You have salt in your way, sir? My goodness gracious. Oh yeah, that's thickening up real nice. We'll see, we'll see. It's got a lot to compete against with Kraft Dinner from a box. I don't know that I really have anything to transfer that with, though. I don't think I have a spoon in here. Giant spoon? No, no giant spoon. What about under here? Anything in these things? I don't think so. Oh, but I've got my wooden spatula. Hey, that's probably what I should have been using to stir this up. Oh well, is what it is. Oh. Alright, I'll start with that. Yeah, it definitely makes a lot. For sure, for sure, for sure. And I just want to come in under here and see. And I had some seasoning in here. It's not in this section. I already checked there. We definitely need to organize. So if I had to guess, maybe that's in here. Don't you? That's another reason this whole build is a little jank. I have a lot of room to move around. Grab stuff like seasoning and whatnot. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Garlic and onion, black pepper, and sea salt. That'll go great. A little of that on there. Don't have anything to drink. We used all of our water. Get a fork. And bon appetit. It's good. It's hot. Don't get me wrong. I think I think my brain's just stuck on Kraft Dinner, you know, and it is what it is. It's just my muggle brain cannot be swayed. But this is very good, and that was very simple. And honestly, it makes a heartier amount as well. Plus, you don't have to worry about draining the water. So this is a great, great one-pot meal for when you're in a van and you don't want to get rid of a bunch of water. And you got yourself some mac and cheese with some bacon. Way easier cleanup, I hope. We got leftovers for days too, but that is pretty darn tasty. All right, here we go. That is all that's left, and I say that's all that's left, but that is a considerable amount. We will put that in the fridge to take back to the Port of Tortuga with us for myself and the Pie Princess tonight. And I finished off literally everything that would not fit in that. So everything is tidied up here, more or less, and back where it needs to be. We used 39% of our battery. Actually, it was 40. It was down to 60%. We must be getting a little bit of solar power. Let's unplug the induction cooktop. What I would love to do, I was just thinking, is I would love to get the induction cooktop back in its original spot in the Lucky 2.0 build, which, if you don't remember, was in here. Because this is just anxiety inducing, and I feel like it could be reduced, and in the interest of winterizing and just getting the van ready, that might be what I do right now. Just because this being stored at the back, it's not a problem in the summertime, but if I'm out doing some winter camping and whatnot, or if it's raining or anything, going back there to get this, that's why it originally was up here, but now I've just got a plethora of, well, bloody everything up here. So we got to go through all of this, and the best way to do that is just get everything out, pull it all out. There we go. Ew, chilly. Make room, and we can go through all of this stuff out here. Hopefully this still fits in here now that I've added those patio lights for Lucky, because this wasn't here before. So that's causing a bit of a protrusion into the cupboard. This little organizer drawer might have to come out. I'm not 100% sure yet. Let's see. So this is originally how I wanted it. This goes in here. Oh no, she fits. Excellent. But now the question is, can we fit the pan in here as well? That was always a bit of a challenge. See, there's a specific way it had to go in order for this to still close. I mean, that's pretty good. I probably wouldn't get too fussy over that. I don't think this will make it. No, that'll be much worse. How about this way? Have the handle here. There you go. That's the way it's supposed to go. So that's good. And then certain other things could get put back in here. I should probably pull this out and organize it a bit better as well, though. Okay, this is an effing nightmare. Give me a minute. And there we go. Much better. This entire thing has now been reorganized into just cookware. So when I want to cook, we open this up, we pull all of this out, and then we don't have to go back in here for anything until we're putting stuff away once we've cleaned up after cooking, right? Got some spices in here. I actually did have a mini thing of salt, so that one can go back into the Port of Tortuga. And then all of our spatulas and everything else for cooking, plus my little meat thermometer for how often I use that bloody thing, and our can of chili. Just get nestled right down in there where it's not going to interfere with anything, hopefully. Well, I had everything in here nice before there we go. What? Oven mitt. There we go. This side is still very much a junk drawer for now, but it's packed with a bunch of stuff that I do use quite often, like alien tape, aluminum foil, can opener, obviously. Well, that's an extra one for when he loses the current one, which he probably already has. He's sawing logs at the back on the cat loft there. And over here, we got this all organized a little bit better now as well. I will take all of this stuff out real quick here just to show, right? I organized these drawers and packed them a little bit more chock full of stuff. Starlink mount, fire starter, matches, light, X-Acto knife. I've also got some emergency Q-tips and coffee back there. And then here, I got an assortment of things, a lot of glass cleaner, Kleenex, more cleaning utensils for dishes, spare Ziploc bags or whatnot. This didn't fit in the bottom drawer. These little dental picks where everything else like that is. But there you go. So all that is nice and organized. And oh yeah, over here, we got these a little bit more organized. Some work could still be done here. Essentially, the bottom one is the cat one. There's treats and extra food and poop bags and stuff back here. And oh look, it wasn't the last one standing. So everything is there. And then up here, again, just odds and ends. We got some instant oatmeal, some soup, some bag clips, the stainless steel scrubby, a light, and our shit tickets. So there we go. We're getting organized slowly but surely in about bloody time. Here's what it is. Latch this bad boy up. And I got all this other stuff that needs to come back into Tortuga with me. Again, hashtag sad day, me without a bag. I will make do. All right, one last thing to do. That is open up this parcel. Oh, let's come back here and get a seat on the nice soft bed. Oh, that's way better. Oh, should have moved this table over a little bit. Be able to cook here comfortably. As it is right now, I got to do a whole thing with my legs if I want to get them under this table. I had water this whole time. Yep. Hi. How are you? You woke up, come to say hi. You gonna finish the vlog up with me? we're going to open up this package from Leopard Girl and see what she sent. I believe this is meant to be a Christmas present, but I'm an adult and I'm going to do whatever I want. Plus, I'm sure it'll get her goat just a little bit. That or it's a belated birthday present. She was back and forth with all the mail strike and everything. You never know. I'm really opening this up in a jank way. Oh, that's birthday. Oh, I can absolutely open it now. All right, then. Come on. Use the saw on the Leatherman. Get through that UK cardboard. Yeah. And, oh my God. There's a multitude of everything in here. And by multitude of everything, everything being good gravy. Good golly, Miss Molly. Yikes. Well, this... well, thank you very much already. There's a plethora to open, but now look at that. Now we have a box to carry in all of our freezables to the port of Tortuga. Stock this up with our oil, our whiskey. The whiskey's coming in because there's really not any room for it. Lucky's more of a rum girl anyway. I mean, honestly, I should be removing stuff like this as well. Like the shower wipes and the baby wipes. Maybe I'll take that one in. There's a package back here. That barely has any in it. We should be more than fine. Perfect. Thank you for the box. Until the next one, everybody, just go out there, be happy, be creative. I'm kidding. Okay, let's see. Let's start with this one. She tagged each one individually. Oh, they're numbered. Okay, hang on. Maybe this. All right, there is number 1. It says, happy birthday, Matthew. Shouldn't have put the Leatherman away. I didn't. Where did I put it? Oh my God, there's a rogue knife somewhere. Hello? There it is. It's under number 2. My goodness, that's a lot of tape. Hello, sir. Ooh, careful, this feels very soft. Like maybe underoos or socks. Don't want to cut into them. Ooh. Well, let's see here. What in the world? Aww, it's a little Tweety doll. Well, thank you very much. Look at that. It's a little angel Tweety. What do you think about that, pirate? That came from the UK. Does it smell like Europe? Very cute. Put that guy over there. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of garbage now, which is normally what I would stuff the box with, but I digress. All right, so that was number 1. Now number 2, this one doesn't have a label, but this one does. We'll open up this bad boy. Oop. Hello, hello, hello. Over there with you. I'm assuming this one that doesn't have a label maybe goes with number 2. That, or I'm already all thrown off. Whoa! Hey! That's so cool! Look at that! 4 issues of Spider-Man from back in, I would guess, the 90s, maybe late 80s? I'm thinking that it's a little bit more early 90s. I used to collect Spider-Man comics back in the day. I had a metric F-ton of them for sure. Oddly enough, these issues I have never read before. So that's cool. We got 2, part 3, part 4, part 1. Maybe this one's part 2 and they just forgot to... Oh, there it is. It says it up top. Cool. Parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Revenge of the Sinister Six. Yeah, this was a run I never read. Thank you very much. And they look like they're in very good condition. Nerd alert. I'm assuming this is number 2's connection. Ooh, it's a t-shirt. What's on it? Ah, that's awesome. Is it gonna fit my fat ass? Oh, it says a 2XLT. That's super cool. I am the reason the rum is all gone with a badass picture of a pirate captain. That is super cool. Love that. Thank you so very much. We will get that washed up and hung dry. Maybe we'll be wearing that in the next video. All right, where's number 3? Hopefully I guessed right and that was supposed to go with the comics. Because like I said, it didn't have a tag on it. This one, holy... there we go. Not too bad. You know what? What was it? Was it my 9th birthday or I think maybe it was my 11th birthday. It's whenever Twister came out. This is given. I wish I had a Leatherman back then. Would have greatly helped. Lindsay got me a birthday present. It was the Twister soundtrack on cassette tape. Who remembers those? I'm sure lots of us do. Listen, Linda. But Lindsay went ham on it and did it with wrapping paper and then newspaper and then another layer of each of those like 4 or 5 more times. So the package itself was quite busy. I don't know why this reminded me of that. It's probably because it's the same size and there was lots of tape on it. But yeah, that was quite the ordeal getting into that. I'm pretty sure that's what the present was. I said it with such confidence. Now I'm not so sure. Oh, with the little jewelry box. What's inside? Hello? What is this? Oh. That's super cool. This is going to have to go. It can't go with the beads, though. Oh, it's going to be a sad day when I wear this out. Because I guarantee I'm going to put this on and not take it off for a very long time. It is a bracelet. It says Brooklyn. And it has her date of birth on it. I can't imagine her intention is for her to wear it. It makes much more sense that it would be on my wrist. Thank you very much, Francis. I appreciate that. How am I going to tighten this by myself? Hey, I used to have, actually, a fun story that I can share right now. Back when we found out we were pregnant, way back in the day, before we knew what we were having, like before we knew that it was going to be a girl, we had gone to Banff, and I had purchased myself a bracelet from one of the stores there that just said Brooklyn. Just a bracelet, very similar to this, a little bit of a bigger band and and it was almost, I think it was almost like not wood burnt, but maybe carved a little bit, but it's chintzy, made in China, touristy crap, right? But it said Brooklyn, and I remember that my intention in buying it was to put out into the universe that I wanted a girl, because I had asked, if we have a girl, can we please name her Brooklyn? I really want to name her Brooklyn. And of course she was easy to, of course, that's fine. And so I was like, okay, I really want a little girl. So I bought that bracelet when I saw it. And then, of course, Bob's your uncle. We know the rest of the story. Not saying that had anything to do with it, but this very much reminds me of that. But this one has her date of birth on it. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Okay, number 4 and number 5. Hey, they're in order. I happen to grab them correctly. Let's see. What have we in here? Ooh, something to put in my gob. Oh, wow. Look at that. Banana flavor. The original Tortuga Caribbean rum cake. Well then, that looks pretty cool. Thank you very much. A little tasty treat on top of everything else. All right. And woof. This one doesn't have a tag. I hope it's number 5. With that, or Francis is freaking out saying, no, you got them mixed up. Ooh, is this? Hang on. Knowing her, it could be a candle, which would be great because I'm in need of one right now. Or, I don't know what else it could be. Listen, we've almost finished this video and nothing has gotten injured on my body. Can we finish it that way? Yes, please. Oh, God, did she... What is this? Oh, what the hell is this? Was I supposed to cut into that? I'm just going to go everywhere. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know my birthday when I was recovering from back surgery. No, we're good. Okay, I think it is a candle. Why else would it be wrapped in this netting-like material? Guessing candle, guessing candle, guessing... Boom! Candle! Dark opium. It's a luxury candle, and it smells great. Thank you very much, my dear. That was very kind. It finally arrived! We can put that to bed. By the time this airs, it will pretty much be... Well, no, it won't be quite 2 months, but it got here. And I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for thinking of me. And thank you to everybody, as always, right? Like just from the stuff that we did today with the gift cards from Nancy and the nice note that I got the other day. Like, it's really cool that we're, this is still a thing that goes on, and like living my life this way and having the incredible community that I have here. You guys really, truly are the best. I appreciate all of you. And all of you that go above and beyond. You truly do not have to. I'm a very blessed man, that is for darn sure. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for this. I got to get cleaned up here, tidied up. We got just enough time to do all of that, and then it'll be time to get the Pirate Princess. So that's awesome. Definitely was one way to spend the day and film some content, which I absolutely love doing. And thank you to all of you again for allowing me to continue to do this. You know what? It's interesting too, the more time goes on and the more this new rebranded channel sort of gets its sea legs, let's say, everybody pretty much seems to be on board with it. I mean, you get the odd person out there that keeps going, well, you've got a house. Why are you doing this? Or people are getting uppity that I'm still focusing on the van. But I mean, from the very first episode of when I rebranded the channel, I said it was going to be about the van and nomadic life and camping, and not so much about Tortuga. It is very much about my life. It's the content that I want to create. So that's not going to change. I'm going to keep making the content that I enjoy. You watch it or don't. That's completely up to you. But to the people that say, why do you still go out in the van when you have a house? I mean, and that's just it. right? I was 100% where you were before I did van life. Why would you do anything else because you have a house? And you use it as an excuse to not do certain things. And even at the time, you don't feel like it's an excuse. You just think, why would I do that when I have this? But now that I've done both ways of living, I love this way of living now so much. It's part of me. It's ingrained in me. I love going out. Even if I'm not going to sleep in the van, I love being in the tiny home. I built this thing from the ground up, right? It is my little clubhouse on wheels. It is my pirate ship. And it's what it comes down to at the end of the day, is it's what I want to do. It's what I enjoy doing. The answer, why do you keep doing that even though you have a house? Why not? I don't want to get too philosophical here at the end of the video, but one of these days, we're not going to be doing this anymore. We're only here for a short time in the grand scheme of things. We got to focus on doing what we want to do, doing what brings us happiness. It's unfortunate if somebody thinks that me going out in my van and hopefully maybe setting an example for other people out there that might want to do it or have to do it or whatever reason. It's unfortunate they look down their nose in that way. But if it's just simply a matter of you not understanding why I'm doing it because I have a house, it's because I want to. Why not? And I hope that somebody out there can hear me saying that and see me doing this, and maybe that inspires you to do the same thing. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. It's enough of a rant. Don't want to go off on too much of a tangent. Make sure you are subscribed and you have notifications turned on. You're not going to want to miss the next episode because things are changing. It's very exciting. Is the light still in there? Is he still on the power station?
Yes, he's more on your seat.
Oh.
Like his.
Oh yeah.
Now he's on the power station. What a cute boy.